What we've done is laid out some collard greens, puts a little bit of olive oil on them, and they're gonna work as a barrier between the grill and our fish. So we're gonna get that right on here. And what this does is this actually form a really nice crispy crust that's gonna make the presentation of this really cool. It's time to kick things up with my Persian iced tea infused with vodka and pomegranate. If you've ever been to a Persian home, you've probably been greeted with some hot tea. It's something that's always brewing next to the stove. But what I've done today is, of course, added my own twist to it, and I've iced it, and we're gonna make an awesome cocktail out of it. We're gonna start with cutting up a lime, and you wanna just probably use about half a lime and cut it into 4 wedges. We're gonna add that to our shaker. We're gonna get 2 sugar cubes in here, a few sprigs of fresh mint. I just love the flavor of fresh mint, especially in a cocktail. We're gonna add about 1/4 cup of ice. Now we're gonna use a muddle to crush it all up. This is the fun part. So you can do that for about 30 seconds. You wanna make sure the sugar and the mint and the ice gets combined. Perfect. And now it's time to add the good stuff. We're gonna add about a shot of vodka. You can add a little bit more. It just really depends on how much fun you wanna have. And if your kids are with you, just take out the vodka, and this is a great version drink as well. So you're gonna also add some pomegranate juice. Love the flavor of pomegranate juice. And you know what? This takes me right back home. Growing up, my mom would take 10 whole pomegranates and take each individual seed out and put some salt on it, and we'd have it as a snack. Delicious. Okay, so we got our pomegranate, and we're going to add about 2 shots of our Persian iced tea. This is going to give it a really unique flavor. So now that you have all your ingredients, you're going to put the lid on, shake it up, give it a good shake, and voila. I'm going to pour it in our cup. Look at that beautiful berry color. So we're going to garnish it with some lime. I always like to garnish with what's in the actual drink. So put a little bit of mint on there. Get your straw, and you got to give it a taste. Oh, that is good. We're good. Time to flip this over. So this is kind of a tricky part. You want to use about 2 spatulas, okay, because it's kind of a heavy fish, and you're going to flip. Perfect. You want to get it right on those collard greens. Look at that. So you're going to have the nice crust, nice flavor, and it's going to be great for presentation. We are busy making our dessert, and what I'm making today is super simple. It's some grilled mango, and we're going to season it with some cinnamon and cardamom. And cardamom is a spice that's used in a lot of Persian desserts. So we're going to flip these over. I really love mangoes, and it takes me right back to summer days in South Iran, where there was literally miles and miles of mango trees. And my brothers and sisters and I would run up to those trees, grab the mangoes, without even taking the skin off. They were that good. You just take a bite, and the juiciness and the flavor was something that is really hard to forget. So when I make this dish, it takes me back in time, and it tastes even better. So while our mangoes are finishing off on the grill, we're going to take some slivered pistachios, and we're going to toast them up. Pistachios are used quite a bit as a garnish in Persian desserts. It gives a nice crunch, and the flavor is really great. So we're just going to let these toast up for a minute. Once you get your mangoes off the grill, you're going to put them in a bowl and add just a little bit of honey for extra sweetness. You can omit the honey if you don't want a lot of sweetness. The mangoes, once you grill them, it brings out the natural sweetness. We're going to put a pinch of cardamom, and and another pinch of cinnamon. You're gonna just kind of roll them around, make sure they get covered with all their yummy spices and the honey. I like to serve this over some vanilla ice cream. If you'd really like, you can use some Persian ice cream that you can find at a Mediterranean store. But just for, easy sakes, vanilla ice cream, mangoes on top, garnish it with some mint, and it is so easy and delicious, and it's going to impress all your guests. In Iranian culture, cooking food is all about sharing it with the people that we love most. And that's why we make everything family style. We've served the fish whole and of course garnish it with a little bit of cilantro and some lemon. The basmati rice has a little bit of saffron on it, and this right here is some crunchy potatoes, otherwise known as tahdig, which is the surface of the rice that gets nice and crispy. Persian rice is the jewel of all Iranian cooking, and it's especially dear to me because growing up, my grandma was always making rice, and that smell, that aroma and the flavor takes me right back to her house. And even though she's not here with me, she is every day in my kitchen, especially when that rice is cooking. I hope that you have fallen in love with this culture as much as I have. And once you try this, you won't be disappointed.